A wildfire rips through a quiet town. A child is diagnosed with cancer. A spouse walks away after years of trust. And somewhere, someone whispers, "Why? Why do bad things happen to good people?" We pray, we try to live right, we do our best, and still, suffering finds us. When it does, it brings more than pain. It brings silence, questions, anger, faith stretched to its breaking point. But this question isn't new. It's as old as humanity itself. And more than 2,000 years ago, one man lived the question out loud. His name was Job. The book of Job is not just a story, it's a confrontation between heaven and earth, between suffering and belief, between man and God. Now let us begin. Chapter 1: The Test of a Righteous Man. In the land of Uz, far from the cities of empire, there lived a man who feared God and turned away from evil. That man was blameless and upright, and one who feared God and shunned evil. His name was Job, and he was blessed more than most could ever dream. 7 sons, 3 daughters, and thousands of livestock, a life of honor, wealth, and peace. Job's children would hold feasts in their homes, each on their appointed day, and they would invite their sisters to eat and drink with them. After the days of feasting were finished, Job would rise early in the morning and offer burnt offerings for each of them. He said in his heart,
"It may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts."
But while Job was faithful on earth, a meeting was taking place in heaven. The sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. The Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come?" And Satan answered, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil." But Satan replied, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, and around all that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." So the Lord said to Satan, "Behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his person." And Satan departed from the presence of the Lord. Then the test began. One day, while Job's sons and daughters were feasting in the home of their oldest brother, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys feeding beside them when the Sabaeans raided them and took them away. They killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another came and said, "The fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 bands, raided the camels and took them away, and killed the servants with the edge of the sword. I alone have escaped to tell you." And while he was still speaking, a final messenger arrived and said, "Your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house, when suddenly a great wind came from across the wilderness, and struck the four corners of the house. It fell on the young people, and they are dead. I alone have escaped to tell you." Then Job arose. He tore his robe, he shaved his head, and he fell to the ground and worshipped. He said,
"Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord."
In all this, Job did not sin, nor did he accuse God of wrongdoing.